Hi my friends, how you doing? I hope you're doing really great. Okay, here we are. All right. I think it's a little clear, but you can read, right? So on the top you're going to write clean water and peace organization. Then you're going to write fingerprint form. Then you're going to put for special positions, the 2 weeks. So you're doing that during the 2 weeks. Remember the 2 weeks before meeting. So that's what's for. Okay? All right, so here you're going to take the fingerprint of those that are applying during all these 4 meetings. The couple and their families. All of them need to be present. Okay? That's very important. We need proper records of everything from the first day on. Okay, so here I'm going to show you. We're going to put wife's name, husband name. This is the form for the couple. All right, we're going to have another one for family members. That's different. And then here just going to be the name of 2 people, the following ones. So you're going to put first child, second child, grandfather, grandmother, okay? All right, so for the husband and wife, you can already print this way. Husband and wife. The wife first, the husband after. For the children and grandparents, you can have different forms. So you just put here an empty space. So here you're going to write, on the future, you're going to write first child, right, the eldest, and keep going to the youngest. Then here you're going to write second, okay? Just make 2 different forms. And for the grandparents, make another separate form, 3rd form. Grandfather, grandmother. Okay, that's how we're going to write. Okay, so let's keep going explaining first just for the wife and husband. So going to here be their first name, their last name, date of birth, and the date. So they're going to fill up this during the 4 meetings. All the 4 meetings, they have to arrive earlier, about an hour early, because there are many people, even 2 hours early. So they start doing and entering the auditorium or the meeting room, whichever you have, a cafeteria, whichever you have, okay, or under the trees. But you have to make sure everyone do it. And on the side, you're going to have your records book with everyone named, everyone that applied, that have the best points on the yes form. Okay, so you're sure for each one you do it, you have right on your side the records book. Okay, so even that they are outside, if it's not a rainy day or too cold, that's fine. They're outside, you have some picnic tables. Some people can sit on the floor, some people can sit on the tables, but it's important for you to do this for every couple that arrive. And also they have to sign the record form. You're going to put their name ahead of time. You can print in a piece of paper. Make sure you have a couple just for the records book and another couple to do these forms. All right. So one couple for this, the husband and wife, and you can have, depend how many people, other couples for the children, another couple for the grandparents. Okay. So here everyone going to fill up the same. So just this beginning here, that's different. You see this beginning. So the first form is husband, wife. The other one, you just make a line. Will be first child, second child, the oldest. Let me just write here. The oldest first. Okay? All right. So here we are. Okay, so then you're going to have here your educational site name. Okay, you're going to put here the one you already have a license. All right, and the address, your address, complete address with zip code and state and country name, everything. The state you have to spell out, not initials, because this is very important. Some states gonna change name, but for now you have to spell out. And the country spell out as well, as officially is done right now. Okay. All right, you're going to do it, even that some country is going to change afterwards, but you need to get this going, right? Okay, so they will sign other papers, but right now you do what's official in your country, okay? After the organization launching day, other places that didn't do yet, then you're gonna do already as our own way for the countries that are authorized. But for now, you have to do this. And according to the line, right, that no schools in Canada, in Alaska, are gonna be doing this. Unless they're very close, right, like Russia, the northern countries in Europe, none of them, no Great Britain, nothing of that. Denmark, Norway, Finland, nothing of that, okay? All right. Okay, so here you have. So here, if it's the wife and husband, you can already put. So wife, first event, in this case for you is first meeting. First meeting, second meeting, okay? Because you have 4 meetings. This I done here for Florida, sorry. Okay, so that's how you're gonna do it. Those lines, if you're not so good doing on computer, it's gonna take too long, my friends, just get a ruler, do it, get it done. That's the main thing, okay? All right, so you're gonna put date, time, date and time, date and time. When they sign up at the records book, right on this other cup on a table beside your table, they're also gonna do the same. All right, okay, so in a few words, if this part is easy here for you to type and print, just center the titles, you're done, right? And here, this last title didn't fit, but you're gonna put 2 weeks registration with 4 meetings. That's the 4th line. The 4th line, you're gonna write that. You don't need to be that big because you need room for the fingerprint itself, okay? But the main thing is for you to have them in bold. So this title is going to be easy. From here, and this also, the name, a form for each, going to be easy as well. All right. So here, you need to write small so can fit everything. You can type the school name here, as I said, educational site name, address. In front of the name, I didn't put, but right here in front of the name, this line here, in front of the name, you're going to say which grade you're applying to, okay? Which grades. So if it's school, it's a preschool, adult education, okay? You're going to write right there. All right. Okay, and then the state going to be complete name and the country also complete name. All right? So do it now because we need to start going. So if you're doing August 2002, already go ahead, my friends, and get it done. And hopefully very, very soon we have our website and then you're just going to print out. Okay. All right. So here we have the first meeting, right? The first meeting, the second meeting. Okay. So you are going to do the fingerprint, right? And here you're going to do the thumb of the person, okay? So you're going to do the fingerprint here, and then here the thumb of that same person. You understand? All right here, because it fits, okay? Because this finger is not so big, right? Is the pointer, right? Okay, so here the same. You have the 4 fingers, right? Oops, this is a little, and you put the thumb there, all right? Okay, so you're gonna do the same with the other hand, okay? So the first meeting, improvement. So we're not doing this then. So it's the first meeting. So we're not doing that. So you're gonna do one hand and thumb, one hand and thumb this side, okay? So sorry, it's an improvement here. So let's cut that out, okay? I think that will be perfect because we have everyone's fingerprint for all these 4 meetings, complete fingerprint, okay? Remember to slide a little bit towards the right and the left. Make sure the person put their hand on padding that's not so small. So you need a padding that's about 10 centimeters long. All right? Make sure also the tip of the fingers because the person gonna slide a little bit. So slide on the padding and come here and slide here. So gonna be thicker than that, of course. Okay? All right. So first meeting, date and time, and nothing here. Okay? So here you're gonna write the word right hand. Okay? Right hand, and here you're gonna write the word left hand. So the wife gonna do it first on the top, both hands, right, with the thumb this side. Okay, and then you're gonna do the husband with the thumb this side. Okay, because this finger here, it's a little shorter, so gonna fit. All right, so you're gonna draw the place. Don't draw far away. Make a little closer here because some people do have big hands. So you're gonna make closer to this line. This line is the center of the page. Okay? All right? And this as well, put the closest as possible to the title. The title gonna have, these titles here because those titles are not so important. So you're gonna use maybe about 1 centimeter each. All right, so I think will be really appropriate because then you have enough space for everything. All right, here needs to be about 1 centimeter as well. Right hand, left hand in bold. Every title is in bold, all these titles. Okay, and here first meeting, wife, husband, wife, husband. All right, so one side will be for the first meeting, right? Okay. Then you go to the other side of the page, all right? So we're not having this anymore because I improved, right? We're not having this. All right. So here the same way on the other side. So the word's gonna be what? Gonna be second meeting. I'm just showing you quick. So instead of first, going to be second meeting, okay? And the top, it's exactly the same. Exactly the same. You don't need clean water and peace organization, but you need the name, date of birth, your address, okay? All right? So you need also a thick paper. A thick paper. Why is that? Because otherwise we're going to have too much paper. So purchase a paper that is thick, cannot be too thin like that. Need to be more like thin watercolor paper. Not the real watercolor because it's too thick, but not this printing size that's also too thin. You see? Okay. So they won't get over. You see here I did the beads on the other side just to try. You see? So don't do too thin because you have to make sure you test it before, depends the ink. Bring a piece of paper right there where you purchase the paper and the padding. Ask the person, say, look, I can sanitize my hand, can I use it to try? And you can try, with a paper. You can purchase that paper, use for something else if it's not good, but you need a thick paper. All right, this way you're gonna have one page for the first meeting, and here second meeting, okay? So the thumbs are also on the center, and you have to type this. When you're printing this paper, make sure they're straight, not slanted, slanted or, a little diagonal. Make sure they're properly written. Now, here, these lines that I'm talking about, if you don't have anyone at your site that can do this for this way I'm doing here, it's okay. Just make it thick. Do it by hand. Divide the center, right? And make it thick. All right, not too thin. It's about 2 millimeters or so, right? Like one line beside the other. Yeah, like 2 millimeters, I think will work fine. Okay, so here it is, my friends. That's what it is, our form. Fingers and thumb, fingers and thumb. First meeting, wife, husband, wife, no. Wife, husband, husband. Okay? All right. So now let's say a few words for the children, right? So for the children, so you're going to start with the oldest. So here, I just put a little piece of paper there for now. All right, so that's how it is. You're going to have here, you're going to tell the person that's the oldest, right? So, first child, that's what you're going to write. First child's name can be a teen or even a young adult, depends the family, right? Teen, for everyone applying for special positions, they cannot have young adults. They need to have up to 18 years old. Why is that? Because they need children, teens with them. To practice all good things, we need families united, okay? Even that they have some grown-ups, it's okay if they adopt some. All right, so here, first child, second child, okay. So the first child, gonna do here the oldest, the eldest, okay? Gonna be here. So the form won't have here. We'll have the first child, second child, okay? Oops, sorry, here. First child, so it's not the word wife anymore. And here, instead of husband, you're gonna have second child, the second eldest, the second older child, okay? I'm just saying this way to be really clear and easy so people can get it done. All right, so the eldest child gonna come here on the top, right hand thumb, left hand thumb. And then the second child gonna come here and thumb, okay? The same way. So left, right. So you have both of these kids or both of these teens done for that first meeting. The same way, on the other side, you're gonna do that. Okay, because then you're gonna have records. In case on a future we need, let's make sure it's the same person that came on a first and second meeting. Oh, yes, it is. Okay? And we also going to have relation to family members. Instead of having one whole page for the wife, one whole page for the woman, for the husband. We are doing this way because then we're going to have two people of each family always together. Unless they don't have an even number, but they have to have an even number. They adopt one more, right? Okay, we need to have even number for everyone applying for special positions. That they are the 10 departments and also city mayor, county mayor, state and governors. All right? Okay. So now I'm going to tell you a few words about so they sign this form, right? We call fingerprint form. They sign right on the table beside them the records book. So you know exactly who is passing and print out everyone that is coming to these 2 weeks. So you're sure, you have everyone. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you a few words how you're going to do that. Get a piece of paper, right? That already have lines, or you print one, whichever is easier, because we have countries, my friend, that schools don't even have printers that work. And some other countries have printer in every classroom. So we have different realities. So I'm just giving you ideas. You do the easiest and quicker way. All right. So you're going to have here 2 weeks. 2 weeks with 4 meetings. Sorry, I'm writing just with one hand. Okay, so here is the title. Okay, so for which area we are inviting these 10 couples? So you're gonna write, okay, so if you are preschool, for yourself. If you are an adult education, it's for yourself. But if it's a Waldorf school, you can do for yourself, and another Waldorf school that you're opening. The same county or in a side county, okay? All right. So you're going to write here, right? So for what place they are applying, okay? So if it's your own, you're gonna put educational site, name, the same as before. The name, the address, okay? Complete address, the grades, if it's a school in your case, okay? All right, so you got that done. All right, so here gonna be first couple, you leave what? You leave 2 lines. Second, oh, sorry. 2 lines. Third couple. That's not for them to sign in. It's for your own control. Who already got the best points? Who already signing that? Because you're going to open. You're going to send invitation to everyone. Who came? You need to have those couples. Okay. All right. For oppositions. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here. I'm so sorry. So you have 4 people, 2 people applying. Maybe not. Maybe you already have the 10 best ones. Okay? So depends. Yeah, sorry. So you can put the first couple and 1 more couple for the department 1. And then here, department 2, 1 couple, department 2, another couple. And then you keep going. Department 3, 1 person, 1 couple. Department 3, 2. So this way, you're going to have what? You're going to have 2 couples for department 1, 2 couples for department 2, 2 couples for department 3. You're going to use this pattern if you have too many people interested. Okay, so you're gonna choose 2 couples for each, and the best one gonna win that, because they also need to show they're good, they learn, they study, they practice, right? They have those minutes of presentation, okay? So this is very important, have to do that, okay? And the best one, the voting people, gonna let you know. Okay, so you're inviting them. 2 couples sign for each one, so you keep going. So department 3, department 1, department 2, department 3, and then you're gonna keep going. Department 4, department 5, keep going, okay? All right, you sign up everything. So if you're doing printing, it's easier, just type and down the names of the people that apply, according to their peace points, previous peace points, the yes form, right? Okay, so if you're doing by hand, it's all right, you just write very clearly. You need the name of someone, you're gonna do it really, really clearly, okay? All right, and here on this side, you're just gonna do that. There are 4 meetings, right? 4 meetings, because there's other things you're going to do in between. They can come to plant, we have all these other things we have to do, so here you're going to do first meeting, second meeting, the third, and the fourth, okay? So here it is. The 4th meeting, we will know who is the winner. All right. So they come here, right? Just leave a little more space. And you, the couple that is right there with this piece of paper, right? You're going to check by the records book table. All right. Yes, it came. So present, present. Who is coming? Present, present. So you go around. Everyone that came on the first meeting. Second meeting. Present, present, present. So you want to do the best you can to have 2 couples for each table. Why is that? For us to make sure no one gonna fake anything, no one gonna lie to any information. We have everything done properly. So that's not for them to initial, okay? They're gonna sign here. They're gonna sign here in front of their name. Their name gonna be written, and yes, they came. The signature just need once, right? The signature extensively, not scribbles. So here gonna be the name, signature, name, signature, name, signature. So you can even write here. So name, first and last, and signature. Okay? All right. So everyone's name on this side very clearly, and here their signature. Okay? All right. A little improvement here. Instead of you getting a secretary to do that, make sure they, as soon as they arrive, these people that you're going to have in another piece of paper, they're going to write their own name very clearly. Only first and last, as they will be registered. Because some countries, they have 4 names, 5, 6 names. So they have to choose. Will be the first and the real last name. Okay? All right. So, and then they're present, everyone for the first meeting, everyone for the second meeting. Always have 2 couples at each of these tables. All right? Okay, my friends, we are doing great, and I see you soon. Oh, sorry, my cell phone doesn't turn off. So I just want to clarify something. Here, you are going to have a paper ready printed with all these couples that are applying. Okay? Already printed. One paper with their names. So you're sure about their names. All right? That's the first improvement. The other improvement, it's here. You're going to need the address of your location. Here, the address of your location. Okay? Very important. So your educational site name, once you're already applying for the Peace program, so you can already put Peace, and the name you already have your license. Okay? So if it's a Waldorf school or if it's a university, you use the name. Okay? All right? And if it's, for example, if you have a Waldorf school with the Waldorf school name that most of them do have, right? Just put Waldorf school. You cannot put Waldorf school if you're not a Waldorf school, okay? Because some people do that. They say they're Waldorf, but they're never Waldorf. So that is, I don't even know how they can do that. They have no dignity, so they're just using the name to attract families, and that's wrong. All right. So put it there, and here your current license you have, because on the future you're going to have the Peace license. But right now you put the one that you have, the license number, okay? All right, and the complete address, as I said before, right there, complete address. Okay, so the other thing, this paper, that they are signing is the actual records book. Okay? All right. So you have a little piece of paper just for 1, 2, 3, 4 meetings for your own control. That's your own control is a looser paper. But when they come, so here's the improvement. The paper gonna be exactly the same. 2 couples for each of these positions. They need to have even number of children. If there are orphanage on their country, they need to have 6 or 8 children. They go and adopt to complete the children, because we need to do that. We need to close all orphanages. All right? And of course, we're going to give many, many points for each adopted child. Okay? Don't know how many points, but I'm going to think about that. Many, many points for each child each couple can adopt or already have adopted. Okay? But for them to apply for these positions, they need to have an even number. If you don't have any orphanage or foster home child in your country, and then they can have less numbers here. Okay? All right. So we're doing great. And so this paper with the 4, it's for your own control. And at the records book, you're not going to have that. You're just going to have one line here and their initials. I think their initials or date. I think date. Date of birth. Let's do date of birth. Okay? So, date of birth. All right, so we're not doing this then. At the records book, they just put up front here, sorry, they put up front date of birth. Why is that? Because we need something, right? Something else with their own handwriting. So they're going to write their name, sign extensively, date of birth, write their name, okay? So keep going all the way, date of birth, okay? We are not doing, I already told, right? We're not doing date of birth as done in the United States with an O in the middle because we don't need that. We can be simple and we use 2 instead of 3, okay? All right, my friend, so here it is. At the 4th meeting, so on your control, you're going to see the winner. And then who you're going to come? And then you're going to do another page at the records book for the winners only. All right. At the end of the 4th meeting, you are going to have a meeting with the winners. All right. The ones that already were approved. Okay. All right. So the only exception that you're not going to have all these people here, I have to think about, because it's important to have people that didn't win for that first school, they can still apply for the schools. Yeah, that's what we are going to do. It is mandatory to have that. Every single time have 2, because we're going to see the best of those 10. You know, who was really the best of the 10? Oh, wow. Okay, my friends, so I just have one more improvement. When you have your records book, you really need, it's mandatory to have 2 couples sign up for each different department. So you're going to have a paper like that, right? And 2 couples for each, you know. So as I'm doing here, always, you know, 2 couples for each position. Those that, the couples that won't win, it's okay, they can apply for future positions on future educational sites. So, if you're a Waldorf school, you always have to do yourself first, right? But if you have 2 weeks and, you know, already have an opportunity to open another school here or, you know, another school over there, go ahead. You can do the best as possible, right? On those first 2 weeks. So, but then you're going to have 1 paper for each. Okay, so here it's for your own school. The school name going to be on the top. Another piece of paper for the school that you're opening. Okay, for the school that you're opening or a school that is moving to a new location, whichever it is, you put the name of the school, license number, complete address, always. All right. Okay, so in a few words, just to recap, right? So here, it's a simple paper with your own control. All right, you get it done. They came, they signed, all right. And then you have it your records book. You know, they are going to write their proper name. They are going to sign. And they're going to write date of birth. And sorry, I forgot one more. The date. The date. So, here's no space because I'm just using, okay? So, we're going to put here the date. So, we're going to have 4 things and not 3, all right? Date of birth going to be right here where the ruler is. I'm just showing because I don't want to make another complete form just to show you how to do it. Okay? All right, that's how it's going to be at the records book. You know, the top information is the same. They are going to write very clearly and neat in blue pen. Always blue pen for everything. Remember that. They are going to sign extensively and not just a tiny scribble. Okay? Need to be legible. You know, we need to see that is that person's name. It's not like, you know, some doctor sign. No, can't do that. Need to be properly done. All right. So, date of birth and date for everyone. Okay? Then you're going to have another page for the winners. At the end, after the end of the 4th meet, you're going to have one for the winners. All right? And what you're going to have? Of course, only the 10 couples with the same exact information: name, signature, date of birth, and date. All right, name, signature, date of birth at the records book. All right, okay, my friends, you're doing really great, and I really appreciate. All right, so now let's say a few words about their children, teens, and grandparents. Okay, grandparents. All right, so they are going, if they have young adults, let me think, young adults. I tell you about young adults after. Let's just talk about children, teens up to 19, right? Let's do 18 for the presidents, right? And the special governor positions, because they need children, teens with them. You know, it's important. Let's talk about now for their children and grandparents. So you're not going to have this pattern as I made here, but you need their names. So first couple, right? So we're gonna put their first and last name. Let's get the father, the mother, and then we're gonna have all their names. All right, let me get another piece of paper. Sorry, here, that will be better. Okay, so this is for family. The top gonna be exactly the same. 2 weeks before meetings, school name, address, your license, and everything else. Okay? All right. So the columns gonna be exactly the same as well. You're gonna have your own records with what? With first week, second week, third week, exactly the same. All right? Here, exactly the same. All right? They came or not. You're gonna keep records of that family. The only difference, that's going to be like that. So the first couple, so gonna be the first couple. All right, so gonna be here the wife's name, first and last. The husband name, right? First and last. Okay, and then gonna come the eldest, second, third, whichever they have. And then if they have 2 grandparents, right? Grandmother and you just write extensively, please. Don't do like I'm doing, okay? I'm just in a hurry. All right, so we're going to have everyone's name, okay? And will be exactly the same for this other part. Okay, for this other part here, gonna be exactly the same. All right, so for your own paper, it's going to be your own records, right? Gonna be like that. Loosened paper, oops, sorry, here, you don't need that date there. All right, gonna be like that. Okay, so each day they come, oh, who is that person? The mother came, present. The father came, present. The first child, second child, keep going, keep going. So everyone gonna be present. That's a loosened paper for your records, for you to make sure they already signed the records book. All right, but at the records book, what gonna have? All right, the date will be different. Everything on the top going to be the same. So first couple, second couple going to be the same. What you're going to have? You're going to have date of birth and date for everyone. So we will have again, you know, these 4 areas for them to fill up: first, last name, signature, date of birth, and date. I made too much space here, doesn't need. All right? Okay, so we are very organized. And here, I think birth date sound better. So birth date, not date of birth. We're gonna have birth date and the date. I think that's the best. Okay? All right, that's another improvement. So birth, date, and date. All right, so here the title gonna be signature, right? And here the title gonna be names. Names. Sorry, in a hurry. All right, signature. All right, okay, so we have these 4 lines and all their proper names already. They are going to write as they arrive at the records book. And for your own, you type or handwrite. With a very good secretary, you have a good handwriting just for your own control. All right, so we're gonna have these 2 things. So we're done. We explain everything, right? And just to come back a little bit with the family, the same way. So you're gonna do all this paperwork with fingerprint the same way. Oh, they came for the first meeting, paper, paper, paper. They came for the second, paper, paper, for everyone, okay? Because that's the way we're gonna get really organized, have records and reference. You know, there's always 2 people, the same family signing together, okay? So make sure you have all your papers. And then what you're gonna do? At the end of the first meeting, you get the whole family, right? Will be what? About 10 people. What you're gonna do with their paper? You're gonna staple them together. Make sure you have a staple that can put all those paper. When you're gonna purchase your pad, make sure you have that strong. Maybe you have already, right? Because many schools already have that. Not in some countries, but most countries, right? The stapler that can staple many pieces together. So the whole family fingerprint for the first day, staple, put in a locked file. It's mandatory. If you're doing that, you have to purchase or get one that's very good, not rusted. The keys work properly, not bent. Okay, you need a file cabinet, you know, with four drawers, really well made, very strong, attached to the wall. Okay, because it's not to be removing one side, another side. Get an office of the principal and attach to the wall. All right, so nobody will remove it away anytime, because this is very important. At the end of the 28 weeks, when we open a city office at all countries, and then you're gonna give all that paperwork to the city office. Okay, but for now, you're gonna keep, you as educational site, gonna keep your own. And the university is gonna keep for all the government leaders, the winners. All right. Okay, so we're doing great. Now, the second meeting, everyone fingerprint. What you're gonna do, the whole family, check once, always check twice. Give to the other couple beside you, because every table gonna have 2 couples, remember. They check as well, yes, complete. They are with you all the time. The second couple check everything, you do things together, all right? Put at the file cabinet, lock the file cabinet. No one knows who has that key, okay? Because people cannot know, it's very important. You have 2 copies of that key only, even that you can have 20, 40, 80 people helping you to do all these things that I'm talking about, but only 2 people gonna have the key. And cannot be the ones that doing evidence, right? Not people that are in evidence, such as the previous owners, or, you know, you need like, for example, one of the teachers that applying, one of these people that applying for these positions, and soon after they win, you know, what you're gonna have? You're gonna have 10 couples, you know. So not everyone gonna give the key to the security couple, because then everyone gonna know in the whole, countries. You're gonna choose one of them. The previous owners, or for Waldorf schools, they have the previous board members, right? Somebody gonna choose, and which couple? Who knows? Only the 10 winners gonna know who they are, okay? During this paperwork, gonna be one of the teachers, as I said, so let me clarify, right? During these 2 weeks, during these 2 weeks gonna be one of the people you really trust. Two of these people, right? Two of these couples gonna be there for these 4 meetings, arrive much earlier, be there during the other days, because it will be perfect. We need those empty days to get organized for the following day, and also for them to study, for them to do other things, right? Okay. They need to bring their children, teens with them. They need to bring them. This is very important, okay? They have to be there. Okay, all right. So you got the end of the day after the meetings, what you do? The records book, all these papers stapled together. You're going to put at the file cabinet and lock the door. Okay, nobody sees. We can't have many people. If it's an office, can't have any people looking who is the person that has the key. All right? So the person has the key. Open the door. When people are not looking, people are out. All these volunteers, you're going to need all these helpers. All right? And soon after, that person comes and close. If you think it's appropriate for the next day, we even give to another person. The person that is in charge of that going to give their own control, all right? And when the 10 department director assume the position, make sure the person has that key, okay? All right, so we're doing great. Get organized, get ready, and we're going to be awesome. All right, my friends, and I talk to you soon. Okay. So now let me say some words about the couples that are going to be coming to give their vote, right? So in case your school, for example, Waldorf school is easy. Invite the parents that you already trust, the great families that also has great yes points, right? The previous peace points, right? You're not going just to invite someone that you trust that do not have those points. We want to choose families that already have great points. Okay? All right, we're doing great. All right, so you invite those families. You need at least, let's say, it needs to be like in a reasonable way. If you have like 20 couples applying for your own site, you can get maybe 20 couples also, right, from your own community. I think that makes sense. Right? If it's university, you're going to invite the best teachers to be the voters, because you don't know those students, parents, grandparents, their neighbors. You don't know them. So you're going to choose families that you trust. People that already work at the university office, people that already work as janitors, the ones that arrive on time, the ones that you never saw drinking, smoking, or drunk, or smell alcohol, right? You're going to choose the best couples. I already made a video about that, right? It's on the long email I sent, August 1st, I believe, right? It's over there, there's a few information about that. You're going to choose the ones that are going to be voting, cannot be those that are applying for that position, okay? But can be those that are going to be voting for others. This can be done. All right, so let me say a few words about that, okay? All right, so here we are. You have the 10 couples, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you have your own 10 couples here. So in reality, there are 20. 2 couples for each position. Always, always, always. Because we need them to be really good at studying, doing their presentation. Okay, so you have 20 couples, right? 20 couples applying for your own university, your own school, your own preschool, or your own adult education. All right. So, and you can invite for those the best families here, right? 20 voters. They need to have also their chart, with those points. Okay? All right. So you have that ready, and then for this first time you're doing for your own, you need other people to be voting for them, because they cannot vote for themselves. So it's really clear. none of them can vote for others. All right, so we're really clear on that, because to avoid any preference, maybe they give the point that's not really true, but they can vote for other teams. Okay, so the first time you get people that you already trust, invite 20 couples to vote for these 20 couples here. Okay, now from each one, the ones that did not win, okay, the ones that did not win, then they can vote afterwards, because you're going to do 2 weeks for yourself, right? And you can do 2 more weeks before or after those 4 weeks home. Everybody going to be 4 weeks home, right? To plan, because people need to plan their own food. Okay, those that did not win can apply for other positions or give points, right? Be the the judges, right? Make points, give points, all right? So I have still give that chart to you, all right, on the points. But this, you can also already do yourself according to the long email I sent. I post online on YouTube with all details. So here comes appearance, arrive on time, okay? So they arrive on time. They came the whole family together, okay? So they get points for everything. They were clear. And then comes many points here for their presentation. Many points for their presentation about their lives. And then many points for their presentation for the department. So they have 2 different ones. All right, so they were clear. We understood what they said. They used the right amount of minutes. So you're going to get all these points. As soon as we have at our website, we're going to have ready for you, okay? But you can already start doing your own, for your own community. Not for others, but for your own. So this is another improvement. At these first 2 weeks, you're going to just do your own. I think that's the most reasonable, right? For your own. And unless it's another school that you can use the same license, or apply another license, that's okay. You can do two sites. I think no more than 2, okay? So 2 weeks up to 2 places, okay? Because from the families you already have. Okay, so all these points, because remember, they're going to be saying a few things. We are not doing their own life. Their own life, their own life going to be only online at the one email. They're not talking about others because it's not important. All those friends and all those people voting, we already know about their own lives. That's going to be just a few sentences, right? Maybe up to 20 sentences or so. Very simple, very objective. Because as I said, the main thing, it's good things they done before, right? That's important. But not details. You don't need details. So will be 20 or 40 lines maximum for their own life, previous own life. Going to be at the one email, and everyone going to be looking at this one email that the school principal or person in charge, the school owner or the school secretary, will share with everyone. Okay? All right. So here we will have only these 2 charts for what? One is for the first department they chose, right? One they choose. And here's for their own department they are applying for. Okay, so you're going to have and then they're going to put how many points. Okay, if we already have the Peace app going, you're just going to click there. Going to be easier to fill out. If you don't have the Peace app yet, we're doing in paper like that. And all the same questions for here will be the same. Appearance, arrive on time, early in the morning, like maybe 2 hours ahead according to what each couple is assigned. So first arrive, not all these people. So let's put, I think 2 hours ahead, right? So they have to arrive 7 a.m. Okay, that's reasonable. 7 a.m. they arrive. So they can start signing up, talk to each other, right? And talk to these people. They have to talk among themselves and also to others. So people have an idea how they talk. They're polite, they respect. They speak English only. That's very, very important. Only. Find your way. Find parents. For university, find students. Find janitors. Find, I don't know, find your way. Okay? Secretaries. Long-time friends attending those schools, or school's going to be easier because there are a range of people that they have. Universities is less because you don't have much contact with the students. But if you see students always on time, you see they are doing their own work, they never paid for others. You know, the teachers, remember the email I sent with all the information? The teachers need to give points for all because teachers know. Yes, they know. Those students never came smelling bad or sweaty, or, sweaty are rare exceptions, okay, if they were working out. But they never came smelling alcohol. They never came drunk to school or things like that. All right, so here, the first chart, because in reality, gonna be one above the other. So the first one gonna be here. Sorry, improvement. All right. Right? Because it's going to be one line after another. And then you make a break, make this title, and then many lines here. All right? So that's what will be. Appearance, arrive on time. The whole family came together. They are polite. They are respectful. Keep going. They are cooperative with the activities. And then, oh, sorry. No, not cooperative. This is another chart. Another chart going to be for the garden work. And another chart going to be for the general, here, general information, general points. Okay, so here for the garden work. All right, so we're going to have 4 charts, my friends. Okay, so here's for the garden work. They're cooperative. They know how to lead. They are not imposing things. They know how to ask things to others. They work as well and don't only keep looking. What else? Going to be many things here. Okay? All right, so garden work. They clean. They don't leave their tools around. They clean. They put their tools away on the proper place, the proper shed. Not shed, it will be a masonry room. Remember, it's a masonry room. What else? They talk nicely to children, to teens, to young adults and elders. It's 4 different questions because some people only talk to children. Some people only feel good talking to elders, but the leaders, they need to be good in everything. So going to be one of these lines for each of these. They talk even to infants. Say, hi, how you doing? Yes, don't have to touch them, right? They can say hi on the shoulder a little bit, a place where it's close on. They can touch gently because everyone... Oh, and here for general information, they wash their hands when they arrive. They arrive clean. They are dressed appropriately for the occasion, right? They are dressed according to the organization dress code, not those cultural dresses and disturbance around their head. They have haircuts. So, general information. They're cooperative, so. And here for the garden work, if they know how to be leaders and if they know how to be helpers, okay? Because in 2 days, we're going to work 4 days, right? 4 garden days. Okay, in these 4 days, they're going to lead 2 days, and in the other 2 days, they're going to be helpers. Because we need to know, even that they're leaders, there are other moments they're going to be helpers of others, of their own group, or other things that are going to appear during this these 10 years of their work. Okay? All right. So here it's a chosen department. So here's a chosen department. Chosen department gonna be another piece of paper that you're gonna have for yourself called chosen department. Okay, so we have 20 couples, right? So none of them can be double too much. So for this one, all right, for this one, so first come, first serve. You have a list, you make another separate piece of paper. So department 1, you can have 2 couples. Department 2, you can have 2 couples. Department 3, department 4, keep going, okay? Because we need all these couples to be talking about all departments. All right, and then here will be for the chosen part that they already sign up. Okay, this chart here, they already sign up as I just told you. And for this one is their own. Gonna be exactly the same. 2 people presenting the number 1, 2 people present the number 2, 2 couples, presenting the number 3, 2 couples presenting number 4. Okay? All right, and gonna be all same questions. If they talk the proper minutes for everything and everything else, if they look to people in the audience or they just look the walls. So gonna be many questions here, okay? All right, my friends, we're doing really great. I think let's make reasonable 10 questions for each. 10. Okay, the most important that I already said, 10 for each. 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, and 10 here. Okay? So it will be 10 questions. So it's not too much, not too little. The most important for each. Okay? I think we're doing great, my friends. And also, general questions can be, they have no facial hair. They feel comfortable with their hair. For example, for the female, because that's going to be one for each person, not for the couple. They relate to each other. They share time, or only the wife talk, or only the husband talk. They share time here as well. They share time. They look to each other. It's important. They look to each other. They look to the audience. They cannot be looking at the wall all the time. So they have really to practice, okay? And then we are going to have one for their children. So the 5th chart gonna be for their children. What the children questions gonna be? Basic the same. They communicate with their parents. They seem in harmony with each other. So gonna be some questions here, and we do 10, children and grandparents, because they don't need to have grandparents with them, but they need to have children and sons, daughters, and grandparents. All right, so will be 5 different charts here. Okay, all right, my friends, thank you so much, and I talk to you soon. Okay, so I have a few improvements for the keys, right? So during these 2 weeks, you're going to choose the best 2 couples that you trust the most. They can be volunteers, they can be one of the applying couples, they can be yourself, they can be the owner, they can be the principal, okay? 2 different couples. And they need 2 keys. One is the metal cabinet key, the file cabinet key. And the other one, it's for the office that this cabinet is located, because this cabinet is not going to be located in the middle of nowhere. We need a proper office for those things. This office can be a small room, but needs a desk, right? A table, because 2 or 4 people can sit at this table, 4 chairs, right? If they have something to sort up, something quick before they put in, or when they take out during all these years, Okay, in the future, if you have a better room, then you can transfer afterwards. This metal cabinet cannot be a wooden cabinet. Why is that? Because wooden can be easily cut, unless it's a very strong wood cabinet. But we are asking, you cannot have a wood cabinet. The metal, this is standard metal cabinet with 4 drawers, long 4 drawers, a file cabinet. You're going to purchase, all those files that they have the metal hook. Sorry, the word is folder. You're going to purchase folders for everyone, right? Because the winners, while you're doing, you can share whichever is possible. But the winners going to have one folder for each with all their paperwork inside, right? Okay, so as soon as you have the winners, you're gonna for the schools, you're gonna have one file for each, and you also need already to keep one for each that you're gonna be given to the city office. So remember all these things that I just explained during this whole video. You need to do 2 different originals, right? One you're gonna keep for yourself, because the winners afterwards, you're going to keep the winners, and one for the city office. The city office also will have the ones that didn't win. Going to have documentation from everyone. Okay, you don't have to keep that. Let me think. So here's an improvement, sorry. You are going to keep the ones that did not win and the ones that won for future organization inspection. They're going to look and make sure, okay? So also for those charts that the people that are going to be giving votes to them, right, the judges, right, the judge couples, right, going to be giving them points. You also need to keep those papers with their proper information, because I didn't give their name on the top, address, date of birth, and date. Okay, all right, and they are going to sign the bottom. They're going to sign when they finish those charts. So every day, so you need room for the first day, second, third, and fourth. So the little image I showed you earlier, that is right. So you're gonna have one for each day, your observation, and you're gonna get the points. The points, I think the best points for us is from 1 to 5. Because it's narrow, it's not so long, so 1 is for the least, 5 is for the most, okay? For all those points that those judges will be giving, will be 1 to 5. I think it's easy, so it's not so long, like from 1 to 10 or 1 to 100, it's not needed, okay? So 1 will be for the least, and 5 will be for the best, for their points, okay? And those judges gonna have, you need 1 clipboard for each, because they can even be voting, right, for these 2 schools, for example, your own and this other one you open right there close by, okay? They can have, and they need those charts, you're gonna put all these 10 words for each, right? They're gonna sign the bottom and put always the time, arrival time, when they start filling up their chart, and at the end of the day, before they give what was the last activity of the day, the last performance, the last activity, they also have their type, okay? In the chart that says general information, general points, let's use that. The second one, remember that second one, the second chart I told you about? We're also gonna be doing about food. Okay, they help prepare, they help serve. You think they ate politely and respectfully. They talk just a few words, because during special events, we can say a few words. Okay, we can say a few words. But they talk too much, they lose points. Because we have to focus on eating, because other people need to use those same tables to eat. Remember? Okay? All right. So a few words, it is a special event, yes, we say a few words, even at home, A few words is fine. You cannot just talk too much. That's an improvement for family as well. Okay? All right, so what else? They ate with their mouth closed. They spoke. They cannot talk with mouth full. They have to finish that bite, and then they can say a few words to others close to them, being their own family members, because they're going to be close by, or the family that's right beside them. Okay? So if they talk too much, they lose points. But if it's just a few words here and there, it's fine. And the other thing is that they wash their dishes the way they're supposed to do. They dip them in a vinegar, right? Because we don't want people to get up, leave their dishes there. We need polite, respectful, and cooperative, and good people the way. Okay, so now I'm going back to a few details to the cabinet. So the file cabinet needs to be metal, strong metal. Not bent, not old, not rusted, strong new metal, okay? If many people use, you don't know if others got the key, you need to change that key, because in some countries, that's what you do. Instead of purchasing a new cabinet, that will be cheaper. United States is cheaper to purchase a new cabinet, but in other countries might be cheaper just to change the key, okay? All right, make sure you have a good key. All right, then you need the key for that office, just for us to be double sure. So get an office. That office need to have this table, 4 chairs, and the metal cabinet attached to the wall. Choose a place and put right there. If you have window, depending on the country you are, you have to make sure that window is safe. No one can get in. So, because we have countries and countries, cities and cities, right? So we have to be safe that window, if it's in a first floor, depending which city you are and how is the situation. If the property is all have cement walls and a front entrance or not, all these things you're gonna have in consideration. If needed, just put the bars there, get metal bars, hire a company, put metal bars on the window so you're sure nobody gonna come in the window. The front door of this office the same way. If you think many people use that door, just purchase another lock and you're safe. So you need 2 copies. So one couple, the person that you trust the most until the winners come, until the end of these 2 weeks. That first couple gonna have 2 keys, right? The key of the file cabinet and the key of this office door. The second couple gonna also have the key of the file cabinet and the key of the office door. Okay? All right. So we are clear with that. So you purchase all these folders, strong, can be also colored, and you're also gonna purchase the tag. That tag, even that doesn't seem sustainable, but it is, because they're gonna last for centuries. People are gonna wash their hands before dealing with papers, right? Before they put papers in, before they take papers out, they're gonna wash their hands over and over. Now, during these 2 weeks and forever. Okay, because we need those folders to last forever. They're very strong. They have a mat on the top. You can purchase them in bulk because you need a few hundreds of them, because you're going to need for students, the staff going to work there, and so on. Okay, all right. So you got that part done. You got those 2 keys. You're doing really great, right? So you're very organized and you're ready to go. So now, the 2 weeks, you got the winners. Those 10 couples are the winners, right? Who will have these 2 keys? Okay. So you got the winners, right? It's the end of the day, right? The end of that meeting. So everyone signed their papers, everyone did everything, right? Because the fingerprint is before the day starts, though they have to arrive 7 o'clock in the morning, I said, right? So that is done earlier. They just keep passing the tables. One table to sign the presents, one table with the records book, one table with the parents' fingerprint, one table with the children's fingerprint. I think that's another improvement. The table that you have the parents, you can also do the grandparents. Okay, and then you can have, because there are not so many, right? And then you can have another table with the children, two other tables, the children teens. I think that is reasonable, right? And you can share the padding, right, that you purchase. You have to see how much you're going to use them. You can purchase 2 or 4. Okay, so if the tables are really close by each other, you can, while you touching, putting the fingerprint on a paper, another person can be already dabbing their fingers on the padding, the stamp padding you purchase. Okay, all right, we are doing great. So, for the keys, these couple keys that I'm talking about now, so you're going to draw a name. You're going to draw a name. So that couple will be, okay, so you're going to write all these 10 winners on a piece of paper, the name, the last name of each couple, because they cannot be related anyways, remember? They cannot be family members. Okay, so you got their names, got 10 little pieces of paper, fold them in, hide their names inside the way when you fold them, done. All right, so you're gonna draw 2 names. So the first name you draw, okay, and then the second name you draw, and you're gonna give keys to these 2 couples. Not you, the security couple. Yeah, the security couple gonna draw these 2 names and gonna tell them. So one couple at a time leaves the room, and then I think this way gonna work. So only the security couple will know who is these 2 couples that draw the name. Make sense? Okay, I think so. All right, and you can find a way, or you can let them leave the room, or you can give the key another moment, right? Because just to be safe. So I think that is reasonable for now. But I'll let you know afterwards I change, okay? If I have a bad idea, or you can let me know if you have a bad idea. Okay, my friends, just for this beginning, okay? Afterwards, okay, because we're already gonna have everything established, and then always the 10 department directors gonna know who is the 2 couples that have the key. One will have for the morning, one will have for the afternoon. Oh, you also have to check that up, right? But for this 4th day, you do this way I said, and then for afterwards, when they really start working, because they're going to be 4 weeks home, right? Or they already had 4 weeks home. So when they come back and start for real, to accept new families, new students, and so on, they are going to figure out, because we need one couple that works in the morning and one couple that works in the afternoon. All right? Okay, my friends. And then will be one, can be the security couple, right? And always one more. I think that's reasonable. Okay? All right, we're doing really great, and I really appreciate your cooperation and taking notes of everything, helping us with the handbooks for our organization. I said before that the Department of Security, Department Director of Security, are going to work in the afternoon, because then we're safe. Make sure, at the end of the day, everything is checked and everything. But not necessarily is the preference to do that. But for example, depending on the city you are, the location you are, the educational site you are, if that security couple, because somehow they're applying for the positions because they have some good backgrounds, right, on security, according to what they're applying. So if that Department Director of Security, that couple, it's more appropriate to come in the morning, according to your reality, that's fine. That's fine. Because, for example, some adult education, oh, my friends, they're going to have people, some from some big cities, like United States, Brazil, that they need very, very competent couples present at all times with their eyes really open and eyes on a computer, and presence, receive them in the morning. If needed, we're going to have dogs smelling these people. If their city is still any place, they still selling drugs or alcohol, yes, we can have dogs in the morning at the entrance, because that's the only way, right? The main thing is when they get inside their property, they are 100% safe. Okay, with the environment and people not drunk. This is the safe I'm talking about. Okay, because we're all working, right, to have good hearts as well, but we need to give everything. So when the school really starts, they're going to have the walls, they're going to have, some things they can be adjusted afterwards. But for some adult education, that couple, the security couple, they're going to be talking. There are quite a few things they have to fill up to make decisions like this one. How many people they need on a computer. Because some places, like here where I live, it's pretty calm, it's pretty good. And some places even much better than where I live. But we know in some big cities, my friend, is not easy. It's not easy, but will be easy, right? It will be easy because we're going to get everything we need to implement God's practice in this planet. So if we need security dogs at the gate, we're going to have security dogs at the gate. If we need security dogs walking around, adult education, schools, preschools, doesn't matter, university, everywhere, all these 4 sites, that's what we're going to have. If you need security dogs during these 2 weeks, we are going to have security dogs during these 2 weeks. Okay? You just have to fill up the paper why you're getting. Okay, because of this, and that. Which dog you're getting? Because that's something else, right? You need a competent dog. Where that dog comes from, we don't want dogs to be hurting anyone. We need to be sure that dog's safe. So I'm getting this dog from this person, or this place, or this dog used to work for this or for that. Or this dog, you're going to give information about that dog, okay? And then you're going to have signature of those people. Because what we need is peace. We don't want anybody to interfere. If outside is not safe yet, my friends, have it at a cafeteria, have it a large room, have it at auditorium. Don't have it outside, right? If you feel, any of you feel for some reason, going to tell the others. Because the main thing is for us to be safe during these meetings. The couples will be presenting, doing their presentation. They need to feel safe, secure for their presentations. Lock the door. Lock the door. Everyone is in the cafeteria. Lock the door. Everyone is inside the auditorium. Lock the doors. Nobody can get in. Nobody get out. That's rule. That's a rule. Have a dog, and have a dog inside. If it's something else happen outside, you call whichever it's, your police, depends if you already have the organization security guards or not. Be organized, be ready for everyone to be safe at all times. Okay? All right, my friends, we're doing really great. All right, so the volunteers need to arrive 20 minutes before 7 for this 2 weeks for meetings. Why is that? For them to get organized, what is needed. So 7 sharp, the families arrive. Every family arrive at 7. So they're going to be making lines in front of these tables, right? So not everyone going to start in one or another, right? They're going to be, and they can just walk through, right? And get those things done. So in a few words, they arrive at 7. Okay, so 7 to 8, it's the sign up, they sign, they write, they do their fingerprints for these 4 days and so on. So 8 to 10, if in your country, it's good, like I think for now, depends if you're doing now in August, September, you can go already and have the garden work. Okay, why? Because on the south hemisphere is winter, but it's a good winter. It's not too cold, so it will be perfect, It's not burning hot, because even, winter, during the day it gets quite hot in many places. Okay? And then you're going to have all your presentations and everything from 10 to 12. Okay? Only up to 2 places. Only up to 2 places for these first 2 weeks for meetings. Your own and one more that you're opening. Okay, with people you trust. If you have people, 20 couples you trust. Okay, all right. So then everyone will have lunch from 12 to 1. Okay, we have to be 100% safe at all times. Remember, I keep saying this over and over. All right, so 8 to 10 people gonna be joining different teams, right? Everyone gonna plant, everyone gonna take care of the soil and do everything that's possible. We're gonna be safe. How are you gonna be safe? You need to put the cardboard on the bottom of those gardens, and then put the frame of the garden on the top. You need to order good soil, spend money, but have those first gardens, because you don't have much people yet, right? But those first garden beds, let's say 20 garden beds, right? I think that's reasonable. 20 garden beds. Purchase a very good soil to be safe. No pieces of glasses, no tiny crumbles of glasses, not from old constructions. You need a safe soil. Get a safe soil. Go to the farm yourself, it's needed. Get the trucks, get the helpers, and dig regular soil that was never used before. If that farm is there, what is the safest we need? Because people are going to be putting their hands there, so cannot be, feces from animals that were not treated, okay? Because we want safe food. Cannot have, as I said, pieces of glasses or anything else, so you need a safe area, safe soil for those 20 garden beds. Okay, so you're going to be safe. The other thing you need is your tool room, right? The tool room, that's masonry. If you don't have yet, it's okay. Use the one you have. Put a key. You need to make sure you have your materials every day. Those families will be coming in. Okay, put the key. If you have a regular shed, it's not a masonry shed yet, it's all right, use that, because you're going to be applying to be a peace school. You're not a peace school yet, so that's another improvement. When I say they're on the title of those forms, I said on the beginning of this video, to put the peace, you don't put the peace there yet, because you're not a peace school yet. We are letting educational sites to register themselves for this work, because, for us to start, because for parents to work and to learn English, we need educational sites for all age groups. Okay, that's why. But we are not letting any other place to have those 10 department directors being approved before they have everything already organized. The other thing, you can only do it if you have the land to plant enough food. We are going to establish afterwards, you can have more students or less students according to the land, but you need a reasonable space for land, as I said before, also according to where your school is located, because if it's in a warm country, you're going to have more sun, you need less space, okay, for those garden beds. Okay, so you got this soil that's really safe and also has not synthetic pesticides or herbicides. So we're safe. You got the tools, everything is good to go, you are organized, you're safe. So you get all the materials ahead. Remember, I already said that. You need to get everything ahead, get 1 whole week to organize everything. Okay, you print all these forms, as I'm saying here. Okay, if you're already doing, okay, for your own. And one more, that's it. If you have trust, because we're going to check that after, if you have trusted couples, okay? All right. Because those that do not win, they can apply for this other position, but only after the end of the 2 weeks. So you have to see what is most appropriate, how many couples you have, because it might be wise to do your site first and then this other educational site that you're opening up. Because you don't have too many safe couples that are on that age group, that have great points and so on. That knows English, they need to know English, remember? Okay? All right. Okay, so we got 8 to 10. Everybody going to be playing, everybody going to be working and helping each other and so on. For the last, let's say, depends how many people you have, right? You're going to have a group of people to prepare the food. 20 minutes. Let's do 20 minutes for sure. And you get how many people are needed. To wash, put vinegar, disinfect, as we already said. To cut the food, right? Prepare and have ready. You have to be safe. What you're going to do? They are working in the kitchen. So as soon as they finish, everyone going to be going to the cafeteria, the auditorium for the meetings, right? What you have to do? You lock that kitchen door and make sure that window is safe or has metal bars that nobody come in case you have fresh air, because many countries don't have AC and things like that. You have to make sure that food is safe, they're already clean, they're already disinfected, they're ready to be served, okay? All right, the bowls are inside and not outside, being exposed. Okay, so you have to be safe, the bowls. Nobody put things, no germs flying, no dust flying. No companies spraying synthetic pesticides or herbicides around. So you have to be safe. You keep everything inside, everything covered. If your kitchen window is open, what you're going to do? You have to cover your food so no flies will come. Nobody going to throw anything through the window, because one thing is the person coming in or not through the window. The other thing, it's if someone going to throw something. So cover all the food really properly, whichever you think is safe. You can cover with kitchen towels, you can cover with plastic, hard, strong plastic, gonna use for many, many months, during months or maybe even years. All right? Be safe. You can even cut them. You know those trays that are like plastic containers, about 10 centimeters tall on a side. They can keep a lot of food there, fruits and things, right? So if they have their own cover, you're going to use, of course, the cover you have for those long trays. They are about 40 by 60 or so, I don't know, or you can have smaller ones, or even 20 by 40, So see what you have. If you already have their own cover, their own lid, of course, you use them. If you don't, use transparent plastic. Go purchase transparent plastic. Cut always about 10 centimeters more for each one, right? So the plastic will fold sideways and no flies gonna come inside. No fruit flies or regular flies, no flies of any type. If it's needed, close that kitchen. If your country is too warm, see if you have place to put that fruit, if you're gonna cut. Or just cut a few minutes before you serve, because lunch is 12 to 1. You can cut a lot in a few minutes, right? So you have to be safe. You have to plan all these details and talk to who? The volunteers for each team. Who gonna be those volunteers? People you trust. And who are they? They are the Zone 20 department directors that applying for the 10 positions of your own site, and also the judges, the 20 couples that will be mostly elders, because they cannot apply for themselves, probably elders of the same families you trust. Everyone, and you too, right? You, the organizer. You might be the priest, you might be the owner of the place, or a secretary, whichever the owner feel confident asking, trust. So You're going to be helping too, right? Okay. So if people are going to be cutting salads outside, a table right there outside, you have to make sure, even inside, the counters are disinfected ahead. So 20 to 7, you already have someone with their vinegar spray, clean. First wipe with a drop of soap, then wipe to take the soap out, and then you're going to disinfect with vinegar, right? Wait 5 or 10 minutes depending where you're located. You need net at that kitchen window. You have 1 week to do these things, because some places, my friends, in tropical, subtropical countries, yes, you have quite a lot of flies or mosquitoes. You cannot have anything come inside the kitchen. Okay? All right. So you have all this really organized. The nets need to be very well strong, installed in a very good way. Hire good people. If you don't know how to do it, you have to do it yourself with one of these 40 couples. Who are you going to do? You can look online, look online how to do it, purchase the materials, look online. Online you can find everything how to do things, okay? So also you have to make sure those bathrooms are really clean a day before and locked. Or if this volunteer is going to be cleaning these bathrooms 20 to 7 or even 6:40, what's the most reasonable for you for this bathroom? Because I really don't know. You have to see your reality. Because everyone can only live up to 2 kilometers away, right? And for the judges. But for the families, the couples that are applying, they have to live up to 1 kilometer away. If they are trusted and great parents are inviting them, they have to hurry up and move. You can even wait 2 weeks, but they cannot apply if they don't live close by, because it makes no sense for us to go back of what we had before. People who are going far away, we're not going to have family cars, and we're not going to get urban buses to go to work each day. All right? So it's up to 1 kilometer away only. All right? So if you think you're going to have that meeting, right, the main meeting, and see if they need to move, they have to hurry up, get their new house, and then you have those 2 weeks. You start those 2 weeks, okay? All right. So you're doing really great, and I really appreciate all your help. Okay, so you already have these 2 hours at the garden and 20 or 40 minutes for the food. No more. No more. Okay, because even that if you really need, half of these people, 20 people, it's a lot. Or you're going to have 5 couples or 10 couples, and their children, teens going to be with them. So for the food, you need to have the person, remember the person that see the nail washing. So it's a person or a couple actually standing there and see everyone, chuk, 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 20 times, because when they do the 4 fingers, they go, come back, they go, come back, right? So they go 10 times, come back 10 times, but then they have to do their thumb, because I try many times, impossible to do both. So the person needs to do 20 times, 10 times, go, come back, it's 20 for the 4 fingers. And then they need to do the same for their thumb. And they also have to lean a little bit to the right and lean a little bit to the left, because very rarely people naturally have very straight nails. We always have a little curve, right? Okay. All right, my friends. So we're safe with food. You purchase this food in a good location. If everyone brought something, you really trust those couples, all right? And it's up to them to eat food from other people or not, or just food they brought themselves. So you're good. All right, you're going to decide what's better. It's better everyone give a little money and purchase food for everyone, or it's better for everyone to bring something from home, okay? All right. If it's from home, they have to be whole foods. whole carrots, cannot be cooked, okay, because we don't know, right? We cannot give any chances of anything. Cooked food can only be right there at your own property, made right there in the morning, 20 to 7. If it's beans, they soak overnight and lock the door. Okay, so the beans, as I said, lock the door overnight, right? They finish, they're done. Lock the door of the kitchen overnight. That's what I want to say. If it's lentils, gonna cook in the morning, right? And beans, if you have a pressure pan, you're gonna cook beans, right? You can do it. That's fine, because we have to start getting used to being what? To being safe, we have to eat those things. They have protein. We need. Okay, and it's safe and it's clean. Is better than cook a bunch of eggs. All right, because we have to boil eggs. We're not boiling eggs. We can even make omelets or scramble eggs. We can do that. Lots of onions. That's also a source of protein. But we have to. We need 2 cooked items, right? 2 cooked items and salad, right? Colorful salad. Okay, so you're safe with everything. You got that windows net. You have only 1 door for that kitchen. If you have 2, you already locked the other one and don't use it. You have to use only the main door. Okay, that's important. Lock the kitchen overnight, you're done. In the morning, 6:40, the volunteers arrive. Give the key to the right person that you really trust, because all the keys gonna be inside what? Inside the key cabinet. Remember? Okay, inside the key cabinet. They're not bringing, even those winners, no one gonna be bringing keys back home. So the security guard and one more couple gonna put their own key from their own office, right? The office I just said earlier, and also the keys of the whole campus, whichever campus it is, preschools or university. All the keys need to be on place before they close each period, not each day. So lunchtime, one couple is checking all the keys because new people are coming for the afternoon, and then at the end of the day, at the beginning of the afternoon, they give the keys to the right people. In the end of the day, they put the keys away. Okay, so we're doing great. You're safe with food. Everyone ate. You have this proper vinegar. Everyone gonna dip their bowls there. You're fine. Okay? They dip for 10 minutes, and then new people is gonna be taking timing and putting them away. You have a timer. You need someone there with a timer. You can have those timers that are in plastic and sand, right? That keeps turning. Or a solar panel. You're going to use now whichever is the most convenient, even a cell phone right now, okay? But not for the future. Okay, so I talked already about food. I already talked about the garden. You have all the seeds. You plant the seeds, and about 20 or 40 minutes, no more, food preparation, done. Okay, so now you go for 10 to 12, because that's reasonable for now, right? It's everyone gonna go for their presentation. Be safe, always 100% safe. So I already said, you go to a cafeteria or a big meeting room or auditorium or whichever you have, not a gymnasium, because you're doing just for yourself this first time, right? A small place that can fit this 40 couples, about 40 couples, but they have their children, their teens, they might need more space like the auditorium. Okay, so you have everyone there. You got already all the documentation ahead of time. You're not getting the one email, because many things you need to print from this one email and put on their file cabinet. You're not doing on these busy days. Only if you do in the afternoon, that's okay, but soon after, But you're going to already prepare the most. You need to print them. Why? 1 copy for you, 1 copy for the city office, because that email, if anything happen with your email, you cannot lose everything, this information of this cup. So you need to print their yes form, you need to print the registration form and everything else from this one email. They're applying to, because the city office need from both, the ones that did not win and the ones that won. All right? You need to keep them also. For your own site, you need to keep for the organization inspection afterwards to make sure you was honest with everything you did. Okay. All right, you're doing great. Now, the 10 to 12 o'clock, going to have the minutes. So we agree that each couple, you're going to see how many you have to be sustainable, right? They're going to have, I think, to be sustained with all this amount of people, you're going to be 2 minutes for each. Yeah, 2 minutes. So they have 2 minutes to talk about the department they sign up, first come, first serve, and 2 minutes for their own department. Okay? For their own department. All right. I think that's reasonable. Okay? And the following couple, it's always already right there waiting. It's not on the back of the auditorium all the way. No, they're already right there. Their whole family come with them together. So the couple gonna be talking about, because they are the main target, right? The main to be evaluated. With those judges, I say judges, but that's not the right term. The evaluators. Right? Is that better? Sound weird also? Oh well. So the couple, the father and mother, gonna be right at the center, and all their family members gonna be on the side. Okay? All right. So they're gonna make a half curve, a half circle, right? Like a half circle towards the audience. Okay? All right. And then let's say, so they have 2 minutes for the one they have chosen, first come, first serve, the sign up, 2 minutes for their own, and then I think they have 2 minutes for a presentation. What do you think? I think that's great, right? The 2 minutes for the presentation, I think can be outside, okay? I think can be outside. When they're not eating, because we're going to have 2 lunches. Remember, it's 12 to 1. So we have one group eating for 25 minutes, a little break, and another group eating for 25 minutes. So when they're not eating, they are presenting. So we are going to need, because we already have enough for the general information. So we're just going to have one for presentation, that we can add a few things. So we're going to need one more chart. It's the 6th chart. The 6th chart. Why that counts? Yeah, because it's good about the organization, right? They can say a few words and dance a little song they have created, or a song that already exists, that's approved, one of our songs. Some can do different choreography. So we have an idea about the couple, how creative they are. And also they're going to have fun at home with their children instead of just practicing those words. Okay? All right, we're doing really great. Presentations are in English, so in 2 minutes should be plenty. Everything's in English, my friends. Everything's in English. They eat in English, plant gardens in English. If they don't know, they have to keep repeating the word and explain with gestures, and they cannot say their own language. Everything needs to be filmed and take pictures. Many pictures for their report. For the records book, gonna have pictures there, and the videos gonna be sent to us, short videos, right? Of course, their presentation needs to be recorded the whole 2 minutes. The whole 2 minutes. About 4 minutes for each couple. That's really reasonable. We have 40 minutes and a little few seconds for transition from one couple to another, because they're going to be standing right there. Okay? So you're going to record the whole 4 minutes for each couple. Okay? Let's say 5 seconds here in the middle, that they have to change positions. Yeah. for us to make sure that they're talking about something else. Oh, yes, they're going to have a sign. You get a watercolor, print size paper, and one of the spouses is going to be holding, say, chosen department. Okay, and then on another piece of paper or on the back, you're going to write our own department. So people that are watching gonna see this paper all the time. They're holding, so they know what they're talking about. Okay? All right. So in one of them, you're gonna make two very different margins. In one, you can do orange, right? 2 centimeters margin, borders all around. One is orange, the other one is green. Okay? The other one is green. Blue, let's do blue. One is orange, one is blue. Like royal blue, choose a blue. Okay? So they're holding this paper for 2 minutes in one side. That first they're going to start about the organization. And then they flip that same paper, and gonna say they're going to be talking about the department they're applying for. So to be really clear, you're going to put department we are applying for. Okay? I think that's really clear and easy for everyone now that will be watching them and giving them points, and also for future. Okay? All right. And you're going to take a few pictures. You're going to glue those pictures. So you need to find a machine where you're going to print. These need to be printed professionally. Do not print at your own site. Go to those places. They have Walmart. They have, every country has them. Okay, so you are going to record those 4 minutes with this transition, 5 or 10 seconds. I think 10 seconds, right? 10 seconds transition between their speech, and they change positions of their family members and themselves. So the wife was on the right, the wife going to be on the left. They just change positions. Okay? All right. So they have this 10, not 5. So here's the improvement, 10 seconds for transition. Okay. So I have the transition there. And what else? They already flipped the paper. They're going to be ready to start. Someone is timing the paper on a cell phone, right? Because right now we have cell phones, and the right people you have chosen going to be taking pictures. So you need 2 pictures of each presentation. Okay, so 2 pictures of these first 2 minutes, 2 pictures of these other 2 minutes. Okay, so these couples do not bring their own cell phones. None of these 20 couples that are applying, or these 20 couples, judges, they cannot bring their own cell phone. You're going to have your own. So you can use the cell phone of the school or the university. And a total of 4, no more than 4. You're going to choose 2 or 4. All right, I think 2 is the best. You can have your own, right? The owner, the people that is most trusted, the secretary, right? Or the person that the owner, consider the most, one of the teachers there. We need, why 4 cell phones? Because let me think. Yes, 4 cell phones. So we need 4 cell phones because we want to be safe, right? So you have 2 people doing short videos and 2 people doing pictures, right? So when they're working outside, when they're preparing food, when they're unpacking the food, when they are getting the tools, you're going to take different pictures. And then you're going to select the best, print the pictures for the records book, and then you're going to download those videos in a safe location. You cannot keep on your cell phone, because if anything happens on your cell phone, what are you going to do? So you have to keep. That's the only exception for like the flash drives that can keep those information. So you're going to keep one flash drive for yourself and one flash drive for the city office. Okay? All right, so you're going to organize all these videos. Okay, so here it is. You have to print. If it's close, like United States, you have printing, picture printing all over, right? If it's close by, you have to do after each of these 4 days. You go, print, done. You go, print, done. But now if it's more than 1 hour away, and then you can, and you don't have on machine, because some countries, they have machines, the students, the secretary, everyone know how to do it, because they do so often for themselves, right? That's okay. But only if you, sorry, that's improvement. You have to go out and get the receipt, because that's a proof you print that on that day. Yes, it's forbidden. This is improvement. It's forbidden. Even that you know how to do it, even that you have proper, the best paper ever, best machines ever, you cannot do it on site. We need those receipts. And I already asked the lady in charge of that place, because usually they're ready in 1 hour, right? So you're going to wait around there 1 hour. Already get them and bring them home. Don't wait for next day, okay? All right, wait an hour and get, you have the whole afternoon to do that. All right, the people, the volunteers for each area. Okay, so if you need to get an urban bus to go all the way to the city, if you're in a rural area, go all the way to the city. Get the right couple to do that, to be in charge of that. They have the whole afternoon to do that. They go to the city, wait 1 hour, come back home. Okay? All right. And make sure, say, look, I need the printing that's strong. All right. So you get all these receipts, right? And you're already going to make a copy of those receipts in a nearby location or the same location they are offered. So you have 2 copies for you and 2 copies for the city office when we have the city's office in the future. Okay? So you're going to have a copy for you and a copy in original, and also for the city office you have 2 copies, for example. No. The city office also get the best. The city office gonna have 1 original and 1 copy, and you're gonna have 2 copies of those receipts of the printing. Okay? All right. Great. And you also need to do 2 records book. One you're gonna exactly the same. One you're gonna keep for all decades at your own site, and one you're gonna give to the city office as soon as they open after the 28 weeks. Okay? All right, so you're gonna keep everything too. When you have those drawers, remember I talked about the metal file cabinet. Okay, you have those file cabinet. What you're gonna do? You have them there, they are getting ready. So 2 drawers are only for your own papers. And 2 drawers, those big long drawers, I'm not talking about tiny cabinets, I'm talking about the regular big ones that can fit a folder. So it's 4 long ones. They are about 1 meter long. So gonna fit many files. They're not the ones that are very narrow. They are about 1 meter long. Those drawers are about 1 meter long. Okay? All right, we're doing great. So you're going to keep 2 cabinets for everything that's yours. And exactly the same 2 cabinets for everything that will be given to the city office afterwards. Because during this time, you're going to see also... during these 28 weeks, we're going to see the size of the city office, where they're going to be located. They have to be really safe from time of construction or remodeling. You know, their walls are thick, if they have everything that we already talked about. And also kitchen for their staff, also garden area for their staff, because they have to eat. right? We cannot eat only at the educational site and at home. Everyone gonna be planting food all over because we cannot get food from other sources. And then we're gonna share lunchtime. So some adults gonna have lunchtime at the adult education, some at the university, some at their work. Okay? All right. All right, so we talk about security. Okay, also let me say a few words I forgot. Security from 7 to 8 o'clock. So the volunteers going to arrive 6:40. All right, 6:40. That should be plenty because they have the whole afternoon the day before to organize anything that's needed. Okay, so they arrived 6:40 and that's an improvement, not 6:20 as I said before because not needed. So if it's a dog, they come with the dog. If they don't need a security dog, they don't come with the dog. You have the right number of people. So you check everything, you're sure about everything, you're very organized, all the paper, blue transparent pens, the records book, 2 records book, right? Exactly the same. So every afternoon, you're also going to have the volunteers that you need. And every morning, other volunteers because, you it will be too much. For some of them, if they don't need to work, they're fine, then it's okay. But if you have options, have some come in the morning, 6:40, and some help in the afternoon, okay, for different things. Okay, so the other thing, so you have all these tables organized in a safe location. So it depends if you have property walls, if you have a front entrance that's safe. Don't go outside too much if you don't feel 100% safe. You and the other people that are helping you. Because you might have a view, maybe you're the owner or you're the person that the owner have chosen, but you're going to ask other people. You're going to have those meetings. That first week is for you to purchase everything, organize everything, fix what you need, select, separate, right? Purchase what you still need, all right? So that's very important. Everyone with closed tennis shoes for their presentation and their garden work. So here's an improvement. Everyone gonna work first doing their presentation and they're going to do their garden work afterwards. Why that? Even that is hot, it's just 4 days, right? It's just 4 days, everyone's gonna be fine. But it's important for us to do that because we don't want people sweaty doing their presentation, right? Because many countries don't have AC. We just have fans and open windows, okay? So that's an improvement. From 8 to 10, or as soon as you finish, might finish a little earlier, the presentations only get the answers, the chart from the people that are giving the votes, their points, right? And then 10 to 12 until 12, you can do the proper garden work. Okay? Yes, I think that will be better. So everyone's going to be fresh and clean in the morning, right? And then go to the garden work afterwards. No hats for anyone. And when you're doing your recordings, these two different couples, because one of them going to be holding the cell phone. The spouse going to be looking around to already say where's the next best location. The other couple going to be doing exactly the same. Okay, so let's talk about this couple. One couple is right here. One spouse is holding the cell phone, the other spouse already checking around, looking around to see where's your next spot gonna be. Short videos all the time because you can combine them afterwards. So you were recording people working here, this area, this garden area, the other people are getting new soil, the other people are making, I'm just giving some ideas because, some you're gonna prepare the best you can ahead of time during that first week. So if you already have the garden, the timbers, right? Strong hardwood, cedar timbers or boards, can be boards as well. Thick boards. At least, let's say, in centimeters for the garden bed, I think needs to be thick at least 4 centimeters. 4, 5, or 6 thick, but at least 4. Cannot be too thin, and needs to be in hardwood, a very strong hardwood. All right, so they are making short videos here, and then the spouse already showed they're doing short video there, short video here. Keep doing short videos of these areas. All right, that week of preparation week, you're also gonna make a few short videos or different teams working, right? Organize and select. You have to print that email and who you sent to, because the inspectors, the organization inspectors afterwards during the 28 weeks, gonna see if you did an honest work, because you have to invite all the families that are positive, right? So, and how that selection happens. So you have to save the emails the teachers sent you from the university. You're not going to be based on yourself, the owners or the secretary. You're going to have responses from those teachers. Remember? So you have to save the emails they sent, print, 1 copy for you, 1 copy for the city office. If you're a school, the email you sent, for everyone, the email you sent out, you have to print a copy, always with good ink. Make sure you have good ink when you're doing these copies. Okay, strong, very strong ink. Always 2, all right? And print in a time, or early in the morning, or lunchtime, whichever it is during this preparation week, where those couples are ready for that office, where you have that file and this table, and they have a computer there. We need a computer there, okay? So you're gonna have a computer there, a desk or so, right? A small desk, and this table that can fit, I think can fit 4 chairs. I think that's reasonable. Okay, so you're gonna have 4 chairs, because 20 chairs is gonna be too much, not needed. When they have meeting with everyone, they're gonna find another location. That's a short meeting. And let's put 8 chairs. Okay, 4 couples, 8 chairs. So you need it's a small conference room. Okay, all right. So you're safe with everything, and you do all these reports. The preparation week, you're also gonna write on your records book what you did, what you got, what you already have, what you purchased. All is small writing, but very clearly written. Choose someone to write them, even that always going to be someone beside that person checking what that person's right. Write first in pencil, and then everything is already checked. It's exactly what the people agree to write. Okay, and then they write in blue on the top. Okay, for that preparation week. Okay, so you have these 2 weeks, gonna be, or 2 weeks of preparation. Who knows? You need 1 or 2. Probably 2 weeks. Unless you have everything, you can do it in 2 days. But you need 1 whole weekend to let know the people, right? So you're going to send that email ahead, everything on Friday ahead, because then everyone on a weekend, they're going to check their emails, okay? All right, my friends, so we're doing really great. Now we have some updates, improvement. We are not having potluck people bringing from their home. The school or the university gonna purchase things for everyone, or use their own money, or gather from the participants. They can make a donation. So we are safe. We are sure where that food came from a regular supermarket or from a nearby farmer that you trust, that's organic, right? Do the best you can. Don't be attached to tiny details if it's not for safety, right? So if you always purchase in a farmer that's not organic, but nobody's gonna get sick with it. You know them farmers. It's rather go there than, if you're in a rural area, of course, then go to another farmer that is far away, you don't know where it is, or you don't have the car, and so on. Okay? So safety always means to be sustainable, to be practical. Okay? All right. So you got that food. You're gonna cook 2 items. So if you are in a region with a lot of eggs, okay, make eggs with beans, eggs with lentils, or rice and lentils, or rice and beans. 2 cook things. And for our salads, try the best you can, because we know some countries, there are a lot of poor people or things that are far away, but we need colorful salads. Even that's just a few pieces of, so even that's just a little piece of one thing or another, but you need colorful things. So radish, carrot, celery, moringa, kale, spinach, whichever you have, tomato. All right. Okay, so you need something, you need a type of oil. So choose the best option you have there at your city. It can be olive oil, can be tahini, because they have oil in it, can be coconut oil, all right? A little bit for the food, after completing the food cooking. We are not grilling the garlic because that becomes saturated fat for most of the time. Unless you have a strong oil for that, that's okay, you can use. But for the salad, try one of these oils I said, all right? A good salad oil. Or you can also, if you have a lot of something, for example, if you have lemon, lime, or orange, you can squeeze. Yeah, why not? It's cheap, it's easy, you can make a little salad dressing with that. Okay, and you can get things from your own garden or this farmer that you're used to purchase from, or supermarket. A little ginger, a little turmeric, cut a few pieces and put them around. Okay, so you mix the salad only when it's really time there. Unless it's to grab the lemon like moringa, you can squeeze the lemon ahead. All right, so everyone is safe. You open the kitchen door, all this food is safe, right? 100% safe. You don't have rats, you don't have cockroaches, you don't have bugs, you don't have fruit bugs, you don't have anything bad there. All right, so the food is safe. You're gonna serve the food. Serve the best as possible. So you see how many picnic tables you have, because you don't want to keep waiting for those picnic tables to arrive. If you have 2 for the food, put 2 picnic tables there for the food, and people can sit on the floor. They can bring from home one sheet. If you don't have, because Waldorf schools have a lot, but if you don't have, you ask each family to bring a sheet. All their families members are going to sit there together. They have to eat together and be together at all times. All right. So when they arrive, they sign in, 7 o'clock. When they leave at 1 o'clock, everyone leaves together. They sign out. People that are going to stay in the afternoon are only those that already volunteer ahead according to your needs. Okay, so you're going to be organized ahead. You don't accept extra help right on that minute. That's not safe because you don't know their intentions, right? Because as I said before, even people that we trust for decades, suddenly they make a mistake, and we don't want that to happen, and then we don't trust them anymore. It happened to people, right? Some people they know for decades, and then for one reason or another, with money or without money, they do something bad. So we have to be safe. Only get the volunteers for 6:40 in the morning, and from afternoon 1 to 2 or 1 to 4, whichever you decide there, because you don't need people doing nothing and just be there in the afternoon. No. If you need a couple to go to the city to print those pictures, then it's different. It's just that couple go, come back, right? Or, go, come back. That's it. But for everyone else, in 1 hour or so, they should be done. Is the people going to clean the bathroom for the next day? People are going to check the food for the next day, or things like that. So maybe 1 or 2 hours, no more. You cannot stop at 3 o'clock. So you have to stop, do until 1, until 2, or until 4, okay? All right, so you got everything organized, you got everything selected for the next day. The records book is already organized for the next day, so everything is ready for the next day. The words written in pencil, someone already approved for the other couple, and already wrote in blue, the best as possible, because some are going to write only when they arrive. Okay, so everything is done. Okay, So each day, before those couples go home, they're gonna sign a very simple words for the day, what they done. Today, regular records book words, titles, headings. Today, on this day, this location, this address, we're not doing long ways. We're gonna do like one below the other because that's more objective. It's for an empty line. You just make one line and a little circle. A line, a little circle. Or two long lines, two tiny lines, horizontal and vertical. Two long horizontal lines, two tiny vertical lines. You can do this way, okay? For long lines that are not completely whole. For the title, when you put the time and date, you're gonna write one in front of the other, so you can use the space of the heading lines, the titles. So come clean water and peace organization at top, and then the name of your school, right, or university, and then comes the date, the time, the address, the zip code, the city, the county, the country, the state, and the country. All right, you wrote everything there. Okay, and then the name of the person, the name of the couple in charge of doing that on that day. You don't want the same couple for the 4 meetings. Get another one, even that they're gonna be checking each other work, right? So get 2 and 2 and then 2 and 2. Okay, so you have everything. You're already gonna set up the time because we need to do things fast. We need to do things fast. So how are you going to do? We are going to you're already gonna see how many people need for 6:40 in the morning and how many people you need in the afternoon, right? I said that. Okay, so you're gonna do the best you can to finish by 1 or by 2 and not stay doing slowly, work slowly until 4 or 5 because that's not needed. Okay, we're gonna work fast. It's better we have more people work fast, get it done, everybody go home, than stay around and around and around. Okay? All right, okay, we're doing great. So now we have another improvement. It's mandatory for people to eat breakfast at their homes, a healthy breakfast at their homes. You're not giving snacks, you're not giving breakfast, you're giving lunch only. Okay? All right, lunch only. That's very important. Okay, and this way I said you can only cook 2 things. All right, and for chicken, you're not doing chicken with bones because these 4 days are very special days, right? So we don't want chicken with bones. You can even, if you have money, you can purchase chicken like pieces of chicken, right? Such as the breast or things like that. But this is not the occasion. This is the occasion for people to focus on the main object, not to keep eating bones around. No, it's not that. But eggs, okay, things they can eat with the spoon and the bowls. If you don't have the bowls, if you have small plates for these days, it's okay. If you already have, but if you're gonna purchase, right, and then already purchase the bowls that I talk about that are not breakable or the very strong porcelain bowls. Okay, no one can repeat. People can put less or more on this bowl. They cannot pass the top. They have to be straight at the top. And this is other things for that charge. For the eating charge, if they ate enough, right? And so it's gonna be that. Okay, so what else I can say? They cook, they clean, and then you have that team at the end of the day washing the pots and pans and completing the last bowls, drying the last bowls and putting away. All right, you lock the door of the kitchen, you're safe, you're organized. And now you have another improvement because I just realized now we have to keep going, we have to do it fast. So what you're gonna do? You prepare for 1 or 2 days or even for the whole week, and then you're gonna do the 4 days straight from Monday to Thursday. Okay, so instead of 2 weeks for the 4 meetings, we're gonna do better. We're gonna do 4 days. 4 days. Why we need 4 days? Because it's important for us to interact. We cannot do once or twice. We need to be interacting with these people because... Okay, so I'm going to do another improvement. I'm very sorry for all these improvements, but I just realized that's very important for us to communicate with each other. It's very important for us, for the children to play together, for the teens to be talking to each other, right? For us to have an idea how they act, how they are, with type of words, they're polite, respectful. We cannot have them for a very short time. So instead of doing 2 weeks for me, I'm going to do 1 week the whole day. Okay? I think that's more reason. So it's from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 p.m. I think that's the best now. Because then we have 4 full days to know each other, do all the paperwork, do the cleanup, and also sit outside and have fun, communicate with people while the children play around. Okay? I think that's the best. All right. So let's recap then. You finish lunch. For each of these 4 days, you have the team that's going to clean up that lunch. The pots, the end of the bowls, okay? All right. They disinfect everything, clean the floor, mop. The sink they will be using to wash that rug is very important. They mop really properly. They close the window. Everyone is safe. Everything is safe. The fridge. Okay. All right. They close, lock it. All right. A few minutes later come another team because, we have to sign in, sign out different teams all the time. So we have here outside or somewhere, we have a table with the sign in, sign out. The person, no table. We have a clipboard, kitchen, sign in, sign out team. It's very important. It's like the bathroom, sign in, sign out. Okay. So the team came in, organized the food, offered the food, served the food, done. The other team came, clean up, done. So you have to do these parts, okay? So the person in charge of the key will have a clipboard and gonna check. Oh, I see. Gonna walk around the counters. Oh, yes, smell vinegar here. The person right there by the door. The person does not go, the whole team doesn't go away. One of the couples stay right at the door until the inspection person comes that has the key. All right, vinegar here all over, all the bowls, cabinets are closed with the bowls inside. All right, done. Okay. And the food for next day. Oh, it's all here. Okay. Or another team. You can do that too. Okay. You can, the team for the next day. All right, so yes. So let's do just the team for lunch. All right, team for lunch, thank you so much, bye. You say bye to the couple in charge. Everyone else can already leave because the couple in charge is beside you when you are doing the inspection of the kitchen. All right, okay, thank you so much. Lock the kitchen. Okay, all right, maybe 5 minutes later, you're going to open the kitchen, you're going to sign up that couple in charge, they sign in, they're getting in, you open the door for them, they sign in. Okay, who's in charge? That couple. That couple cannot leave to the bathroom, cannot be leaving to walk around. They're in charge of everyone going to be working there. What they're going to be doing? On this case that we're going to be there until 4 o'clock, everyone going to be until 4 o'clock, they will serve the afternoon snacks. Can be fruits, whichever you have according to the country you're from. You can serve something that are ready from lunch, but rather not. You can serve some fruit, some veggies, simple things. To be simple and objective. You're not cooking anything. That's for sure. Okay, it's just the snacks in the afternoon. Okay, so that person gonna select, organize, prepare, serve, clean up, check everyone. Okay, and finish the snacks. Okay, so you come for inspection, right? So that couple right there, get your clipboard. You're gonna check. All right, so you walk around. Oh, yes, smell vinegar here on the counter. Yes, the door, the refrigerator door is clean, no spots, nothing's white refrigerators. You open, check, the fridge is clean, everything neat, organized, containers on the top of containers, fruit over here and there. Okay, everything seems perfect. Okay, gonna say the couple, thank you so much. Please sign over here. Lock the kitchen, that couple sign. You sign on the side, date, time for both of you. Done. Okay? All right. And then you have maybe the lunch. I think that's the best. They already select their food on the side for the lunch of the next day. For example, they can put depending how hot it is your country. If you have beans soaked for the next day, which team will be doing that? The lunch team? No? Or because that bean gonna be overnight, you don't want them to stay too long. How much you need? Or the afternoon snack team gonna be doing the beans to soak. Or you're not doing beans at all, just do lentils. Do the most practical as possible, because we need time to enjoy each other, family, be with them. Okay? All right. So what you're gonna do? That couple will be coming, and you check everything. Okay, here's the food for next day. All right, the beans are covered, or with a little clean kitchen towel or something. So you need about 10 or 20 the thin kitchen towels to cover things if it's needed, right? Or the plastic, depending what it is, right? Or the plastic, the transparent, thick plastic can wash over and over, use for a long, long time. Okay? All right. And on the other counter will be the things for the next day's snacks. If you have nuts, seeds, of course, non-perishable items, because if it's, or closed fruits, that's okay too. On both sides can be closed fruits. And softer fruits put on a fridge. Okay? You have to cook the exact amount. The less people eating, they're gonna make an effort so nothing is left over. Not too much, not too little. Okay? All right, my friends, you're doing really great. So you can have 1 day, 2 days, or the whole week to prepare. But when you start doing the meetings, you're gonna do from Monday to Thursday, 7 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock. Everyone arrive together, everyone live together, okay? All right. So now we have another improvement. Instead of arriving at 6:40, as I said before, everyone gonna arrive at 7. Why is that? Because everyone just need 5 minutes to get ready, right? Because everything else was already organized the day before. So the materials for each of these tables, the records book, the pencils, the pens, and the fingerprint paddings and everything, it's already organized on the proper room, whichever you decide, locked. At the end of the day, locked. So they have the afternoon to be organized, right? And then 4 or 5, if you think it's you can do till 5. Yes, you can do till 5, because then they have more time for the children to play, or even 6 o'clock, right? Not too late, because we also want people to have time to practice. Let's do 4 o'clock. They have to practice ahead of time. So during that week, yes, I think that's what we're gonna do. During that week that you are preparing, so you already sent. So they're gonna have a 1 whole week to prepare themselves with documentation, paperwork they need, practice, and so on. Okay? And to be reasonable, if you think you need 2 weeks, do 2 weeks, that's okay. But when you start for real from Monday to Thursday, 4 full days. Okay? All right, my friends, you're doing really great, and I see you soon. Get organized, get ready, check all details, be always 100% safe and 100% organized. That this way, we're going to be very successful. Talk to you soon. Thank you.